Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this look right here. So if you guys want to continue watching and see how I create this beautiful honey inspired makeup look with the new Urban Decay honey palette, this beauty right here, then please go ahead and continue watching because this look just really took me to another place that I want you guys to go on with me. So let's embark this journey together. Per usual, we're starting off by prepping the eye, which means that we are going to be using our usual P. Louise base. We're gonna first start off with this shade Hive right here, which is the lightest shade out of the three dark shades that we're gonna be using for the crease. I'm gonna be placing that all throughout the crease because that's where I wanna add a good transition color for all the colors that are going to be going on top and nearby the crease. You guys can see the color is actually darker than it looks on the pan. Only thing with this shade is that it does have fallout, like a good amount of fallout compared to the other two shades that we're about to use. So I really like to just put it all over this crease and really take it higher just so that it can add dimension to the look. I'm gonna be taking my Delium Tools blender just to kind of diffuse out the color in this upper part, and you just kind of want to swipe it up. We're gonna go in with Drip, which is a darker brown compared to the one that we just used. So Drip right here. With this color Drip, we really want to keep it centered more so on the crease, and then on the sides is where we kind of do it in circular motions to really blend out the color. So now we're going to be taking the color Sting, which is the darkest shade in the entire palette, and we're going to be placing that right directly onto our crease. So for this, I'm taking a more tightly packed brush so that I can really target that right in the crease. And the reason we're just going directly in the crease is because when we add this darker color on the crease, you can see it adds depth to the eye. So I'm placing that color back and forth so that I can really blow it upwards in a very subtle way, because like I said, we don't want to take this color too high up. We just want to keep it centered in this crease part. So now we're going to be going in with the star of the show, which is Honey right here. It's this beautiful yellow gold. It almost kind of has green reflexes in it. It's so stunning and it's super duper pigmented. So I'm going to be taking my MAC 242 flat brush, just going in and outlining the shade Honey and kind of going over my crease folds so that it really stands out. And I'm going to leave it right here because I am going to go back in with that dark shade that we put on this crease part, and I'm going to really blow it up. So I'm going back in with the shade Sting, which is that darkest color in the palette, and we are really just connecting that on this outer edge. And then whatever's left over, you can kind of start to bring it up so that you can blend it right into what's already on the crease. Now I'm taking my blender again and just kind of diffusing out up here so that there's no harshness. I feel like a huge part of doing your makeup is always continuously going back in with your big fluffy blender so that you can really smooth out all the edges. People constantly ask me how do you get such a precise, clean blend? And it's honestly because I use really fluffy brushes and I keep going in with the blender. That's why it takes so long doing my makeup, to be completely honest. People ask me how long do you take to do a full face? It depends on what kind of full face you're talking about here. If you're talking about me really taking my time with my eyeshadow, probably about 2 hours. Not for the eyeshadow, but for the whole process. Or sometimes even more if I'm being really, really detailed. If I'm just doing a basic makeup look, just foundation and some lashes and a wing liner, then yeah, it's gonna take me at most 1 hour. But if I'm being really, really detailed, I have to take my time. And always, I like to go ahead and take that shimmer brush, and whatever residue I have left over, I like to kind of slide it into the brown shade or the darkest shade that's on this outer edge so it can blend, so that there's not a harsh cut between your shimmer and your matte shade. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and take my NYX eyeliner. This is the Skinny Eye Marker. Okay, so now we have a precise line. Originally, when I did the look on this eye, I was gonna leave it just like this, with no wing. But I honestly feel like the wing just took everything to the next level. So I think we're gonna go in and just wing this baby out. For lashes, I'm using these Blinking Beauty lashes in the style Samantha. They are beautiful, one of my all-time favorite. For this, I'm just gonna be literally taking my little mirror and going super close. That's how I apply lashes. I go super close and I just latch them onto the middle and then I put them on the sides. And you always wanna give your lashes a few minutes to get tacky so that it's not super wet when you apply them and they end up like sliding all over the place. They're on and poppin', dramatic, just glamorous, super beautiful, and I mean, we are here to slay. So now we're gonna move right into our face. So first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize with my first Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. This is in my tub. I know it looks disgusting, but I mean, I literally use this all the time. It feels so good to moisturize. It's like super early in the morning right now, so like, I'm about to have a snatched face all day long, and I mean, that's the best thing. The worst is when like I film at night, like makeup tutorials, and then I'm like, okay, this looks so beautiful, I don't want to take it off, but I have to. It's like 1 a.m. I'm gonna be reapplying my Kapari lip balm. When I'm applying my foundation, I like to make sure that I have a good amount of lip balm, just so that my lips are getting moisturized and also so that it doesn't interfere with the foundation. I'm also gonna be taking my PROCURE ROSACARE, which you guys see me talk about all the time, and I'm going to be applying this just on my cheek areas. It has like this beautiful green tint to it so that it can neutralize my redness, which I greatly appreciate, especially when I am either not wearing any makeup at all or I'm wearing like a full face, just because I feel like it helps kind of conceal that redness. It has a licorice extract that also helps kind of soothe and calm the redness that we face with our rosacea. Today for foundation, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D True Portrait foundation. This is in the shade Tan 60, and I've been really enjoying this foundation because I like the fact that it's super lightweight, but it still gives me a very beautiful finish and it's buildable, so I'm able to build it up to like that fuller coverage finish that I personally like. But on more natural days, I can leave it more so of that medium coverage. And then I just go in and dot it all over. I find that this shade is like my perfect match right now. So today we're gonna be using my IT Cosmetics Heart Brush. I would really recommend you guys going to Ulta and checking this brush out, because this is in support of people that are facing breast cancer. And what they do is with every purchase that they make, they donate one of these brushes to the foundation, which helps women who are facing the side effects of cancer. It helps them feel more beautiful. It helps them kind of like get their self-esteem and their confidence back up. So I would really recommend checking this brush out at Ulta. It's in stores right now, and the brush is great. Like, look at this. They do it every year, so I wanted to give a shout out because it's not like a permanent brush. It's just for a limited amount of time in support of what they do, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. One of the many reasons why I love IT Cosmetics is because they're always so involved in like helping others, and that's a big part of, you know, me, is like I always love helping people, and I support brands that truly help, you know, charities and organizations that are really close to their core values and beliefs. Hey, foundation, come through. This looks good. Like, look at the difference. This side to this side, I mean, we are talking a big difference going on right now. I feel like when you just have your eyeshadow on, no foundation or anything, you're kind of like bleh. But once you put on the foundation, let me just tell you, you just take it to the next level. I'm gonna put the foundation to the side. Oh, it looks so good. So now we're gonna move on to concealer. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer. This one is more of a full coverage concealer because the foundation is so nice and lightweight. It's a very airy, fresh foundation. I can get away with using a concealer that's a little bit thicker in consistency just because it's not like two thick products working with each other to kind of bring you like too much cakiness. It's more like a happy medium. I'm just taking that and I'm going in with my e.l.f. sponge, which is my favorite sponge to apply my concealer and also foundation. Today I'm going in with my KYLIE powder. This is in the shade Beige. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna be using this KYLIE blush in the shade Crush. This one was from the Valentine's Day collection, so I don't know if they have it, but because I did such a bold eye, I wanted to do a more neutral blush, and I feel like this was the most appropriate. So I'm gonna be taking my blush brush, and I'm gonna go kind of higher than I usually do, just because I wanna be able to conceal that little bit of redness that we had. Now I want to go ahead and do some bronzer. So for bronzer, I'm using another one of my favorites, the KYLIE Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Tequila Tan. It looks like this. You can see it's very well loved. I'm constantly digging into this, so yeah, I do like this a lot. Okay, so I'm going to be warming up my face, and I'm using my It Cosmetics brush. This one is in number 8. It Cosmetics has some bomb brushes. They're a little bit on the like pricier side, but I think they're worth it. Now we're gonna be going in with this white shade right here, and we're gonna be going back into the eyes. So for that white shade, I'm just gonna be using that as my brow bone highlight and applying it up here. Because you guys know I always live for a good matte brow bone highlight. I feel like it just adds such a pretty like pop, you know what I'm saying? Okay, that was my dog. Just gets a little dramatic. Now we're gonna take Sting right here, and we're gonna apply that on our outer edge mixed with this one, which I forget what that's called. Drip. I'm taking my Morphe M508 brush, just because I want to see the capacity of it before I just go into the darkest shade. I'm gonna be taking my white pencil. This is my favorite little thing to add to my look, especially because I feel like it really opens up my eyes. This one is the NYX retractable eyeliner in White Blanc. And I just took it from side to side. And do you see how it like really adds contrast for the whole look? Like, I just feel like it really opens everything up. So the eyes are done, and I have to say I was really impressed with all the colors that I used. I feel like the look just went so effortless and it went so quick. Sometimes when I work with certain palettes, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. This isn't working, and it takes way too long. This didn't take me any time to figure out exactly what I wanted to do, and I'm obsessed with this outcome. So the last few things we need to go ahead and do is apply some highlight and do our lips. So for highlight, I'm gonna be using my OG KYLIE Cosmetics highlighter in Salted Caramel. This is one of my all-time favorite highlighters. It's so beautiful, and it goes perfectly with my skin complexion. And for that, I'm just using this Milani highlight brush, and I'm just gonna be applying this right onto this high point. Okay, so now I'm gonna be doing my final step, which is my lip. So for lip, I'm going to be first lining my lips, and I'm gonna be using this MAC lip liner in the color Cork. So it's a very dark lip liner. Now I'm gonna be mixing 2 lipsticks. So these were limited edition. I don't think they have them anymore, but if you have them, I'm giving you guys a lip option. But I would really recommend checking out these Bobbi Brown Crush lips. They're such great quality, and they're super moisturizing, but they're long wearing. So I'm gonna be using East Coast Slay, which is more of this nude color, and I'm gonna be using this Bobbi Brown in West Coast Bay, and I went in with my Cork lip liner. So I think the first thing I'm gonna go ahead and do is take the West Coast Bay, and I applied it with this lip liner because I wanted the lip to have dimension. So this is what I have right now. Then I have East Coast Slay, and I'm just gonna be applying it in the middle. And do you see how like beautiful that looks? It just adds the prettiest dimension. This is pretty much the completed look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this in-depth tutorial using the new Urban Decay Honey palette. Like, I really thought I was not gonna be the biggest fan of this. Like, when I first saw the swatches and the first promo of it, I was like, what the is that? like, what is that? Like, it just looks so ashy and ugly. But once you go in store and look at it in person and swatch it and see like influencers that have like done the tutorials on it, like it really sold me. So I had to go ahead and check it out for myself, and I'm a big fan of it. I feel like all the colors are so beautiful, and colors that I'm really gonna be using these next few months during this fall season. What did I want to, oh, and this brush, I didn't use it, but it's really good quality, and why not use it, especially since you paid like, what, $49 on this palette. So this is the brush. I have used these before. They are really nice, especially the blender. It's nice and fluffy, so that's always a plus. But you guys pretty much saw how I was able to create a look using some of the shades in this palette, and I feel like it came out phenomenal. It has a perfect distribution of mattes and shimmers, which is something that I always look for in a palette. It pretty much completes the look. If you guys want to see more tutorials using this Urban Decay Honey palette, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing them because I really enjoy doing makeup tutorials. They're so much fun for me, and I feel like it's not the preferred thing on my channel, but it's definitely something that I want to dive into more, especially during the season where I feel like there's so much makeup inspo that I just really want to share with you guys. Also, if you're new to my channel, hi, welcome. I hope that you enjoyed my video enough to stick around, because I would love for you to become a member family here on YouTube and not miss any of the fun that we have on here. So hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already, because if you hit that notification bell, you'll be the first one to watch all my videos, and you're gonna be the real MVP on this channel. So yeah, that being said, I love you guys so much. Have a fabulous day, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye, guys.